Okay, in this video we are going to explore the website pex.colorado.edu, and this is one of the simulations underneath Earth and space. This is the one I've chosen. It's about gravity and orbits. This would be a great tool to use for demonstrations. It'd also be a good tool to use for students um, who are who have substitutes, that sort of thing. Students who are having a hard time grasping concepts, whatever the case may be. So we're just going to click on this, and it's going to bring this up. Okay, so you have two options. You have model and to scale. So first off, we're going to look at the model option here, and here we have a star and we have a planet. So if we hit play there, it's going to show the Earth gaze down here at the bottom. You can clear that at any time. We'll do that once we get all the way back around. You can slow this down, as you can see here, or you can fast forward, which is what we're going to do for a lot of this until it's time to slow down. So you can see once this gets up to 1 year to 365, so see it goes past it. So it doesn't do the years or anything, which might be good because you could do math and have students say, at this point, like right now, how many years is this? Have them do the math, this many years and this many days. So anyway, you can clear that out, start it at any time. But some other really nice features, you can do gravitational force. So we've got pull coming this way and pull going that way. It's important that students see both of those. You can also get velocity, which a lot of times when we think of an orbit, we think of it isn't moving straight, but it's moving in a curve. But realistically, it's moving this way and this way. The right proportions could keep an orbit. You can throw in the path here, which just shows the path of the orbit as it goes all the way around here. We're going to take off this for now and this. So you can click those on and off at any given time. You can zoom out, which is nice. You can zoom in, that sort of thing. You can also throw a grid in here, which I think is important because right here you can turn gravity off and then turn gravity back on and see how would the Earth respond if the sun's gravity, for whatever reason, came off. We can reset all this by just simply clicking this button right here. All right, so another few things. Let's get this going again. You can change the mass of the star. So this is what our sun or star is like. You can increase the mass and see how that affects there. So if we hit reset here, we go play and do path. Go gravitational force. So that shows us, let's go to fast forward. That shows us a nice even circle there. And of course, once we get up to here, it's going to start disappearing this. I wish it kept it, but that's okay. But look at this. We can move this up and it shows. Look at that difference that it causes there. So I think that's a good way to see, for students to see how gravity affects things, and it's not moving at a perfect circular orbit, which the Earth doesn't orbit circular. It is elliptical, but this shows an even more elliptical. You can even increase, push play here, increase that. We can increase, can go back to gravitational, push play here, increase the Earth's gravity and how that would affect. So we can throw on the path here and see. And if we go back down and then back up, how's that going to affect? We can go really small. One of the other really, really nice features of this is turning on the moon. We can see how the moon, we just think of it going around, but we don't think that it makes this kind of path going around the sun, around the Earth, and then Earth going around the moon. And again, you can zoom in and out. You can have fun, turn gravity off and turn it back on, and you can see it took the moon off of the orbit around the Earth there, and it flung it way out. We can increase the Earth's gravity here. How's that going to affect the moon? Let's see right here. It's going to pull it. Oh, look, it pulled it a little. Oh, we had a collision. So it kind of shows that if we increase the Earth's or the sun's mass, How is that gonna? And see that we have another collision. Earth gaze should stop, I guess. So, but those are things you can use. You can use this for assessments at the end of a unit to talk about. I'm going to hit pause on this to talk about the relationship between gravity, velocity with orbiting objects. And this is a more useful tool here, showing the orbit of a satellite around the Earth. And so you can even talk to students, is that satellite pulling at all on the Earth? And it is. It's pulling a little bit on there. But this would be a good assessment. You could ask the students what would happen. This isn't something you can really do in a lab. If the Earth was smaller, how would that affect the rotation of this satellite? Look, that satellite has gone way out there. And then what happens if we do this? I don't even know if that satellite will come back now. Doesn't seem like there's any way to come further this way, so that's kind of a bummer. Maybe if we, that's the, if we do the Earth's mass, if that will pull it back in. Who knows? But those are things that students can explore and they can study on their own, which is fantastic because a lot of science things are abstract that they can't get their hands on. So, yeah, I plan on using something like this at the minimum to see how everything works. And if we go back here, I'm going to hit back and click on this one more time. And if we go to scale and explore this shows just how far away we really are. And look how tiny. So we can play this just like we did it before. And except we get to see how far away the Earth really is. We can increase our sun's mass even if it's twice as big. Look, you can see it there, but boy, that change is very slow. Oh, look, we flung the planet off. Everybody's dead. So there's lots of ways students can explore, do this. You could have them write down predictions. What happens if we change this? And they could write down some predictions. What if we change this? They could write down their predictions. I think those are all really, really good things that, and really great ways that students can explore these sort of things. And even right here, the planet and the moon show how far apart they are. And then when we click here, can't even see the planet, can't even see the moon. It also shows how vast everything is. So a lot of good uses for this. Thank you for watching.